salutations, good citizens. This is Laz. Welcome back to the Fright Club, your one-stop shop for all things horror. Now, today I am continuing the series that I've just randomly started called "Is It Really That Bad?" And today I'm going to be covering Hellraiser Bloodlines. And I know a lot of you just hear that go, "Oh, yeah, it's bad. Bye." I'm like, hey, get back here, hey, you. Get back here. But however, that is a fair, absolutely fair reaction. As I always say during these things, these are my opinions. If you don't agree, if you think these movies just suck and have no redeeming values, all right, cool for you. But when it comes to Hellraiser Bloodline, first time I saw it, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Especially because I was disappointed because it didn't make sense, especially the way especially Hellraiser 3 ends with them putting the lament configuration into a liquid cement, and then the next thing you see this giant building and it has all the tiles, whatever, of the lament configuration in it. I'm like, oh, what are they gonna do with that? And the next one, they kind of forgot about it. Like they shoehorned it in there, but it was kind of, I was disappointed about that. Hated the way they take Pinhead out at the end. Didn't like it. Skip ahead. Now I'm in college. And I rented it because, again, I was doing like a Hellraiser marathon. I rented it, popped it in, and the moment I see that's directed by Alan Smithy, I just started laughing like, oh, we're in good hands. Now, for those of you who don't know, the name Alan Smithy is a pseudonym. Yeah, it's basically a pseudonym for anyone who, for any director who doesn't want his or her name, associated with what was released for whatever reason. So you get the Alan Smithy. There's quite a few notorious ones. This is the one that's popping that I know off the top of my head. But so I'm like, oh, this is not good. But this is the time I watched it and I enjoyed it. And ever since then, I get more joy out of it every time I watch it. Like I find something different or what have you. Now the plot of it is basically it's the journey of it's basically the journey of the man who created the puzzle box and then his ancestors. Don't ask me what their names are, except for the fact that, it's in the beginning it's Le Marchand, and then every other member of his bloodline is named Merchant. So basically, in the beginning, well, it opens in space. Like it opens with his final descendant, who opens the puzzle box using a robot in the spaceship. The Cenobites show up and they disappear because he gets arrested by space marines from aliens, apparently. And he's telling the story to this chick marine, and he's telling her what's going down because she won't listen to him when he's like, "Get the hell out of here! We need to leave." So, but the story is, again, the story about Le Marchand, and we find out in France in the 18th century, Le Marchand was a toy maker, and he was commissioned by a guy to make a toy, a puzzle box, which Le Marchand did, and he goes to deliver it, and of course the guy who asked for it is a wizard, and him and his associate, his lackey, so to speak, his young ward, I'm assuming, they get a prostitute there, and they trick her in there, and then they kill her, skin her, and then they use her skin. They summon a demon, and the demon takes shape into the skin. And now they have the demon. Now the demon is now in their thrall, and she can't, harm them unless they step in the way of what hell wants. And she is Angelique. And the actress who plays her is damn sexy. But apparently she's a princess of hell, as we find out later on. So, and of course, the young apprentice betrays his master, so to speak, and him and Angelique have lots of sex. Of course, Le Marchand sees that as a demon. He freaks and he goes to his doctor friend, and his friend's all logical. And he's like, listen, all right, if you created a doorway to hell, then just stands to reason that you create a way to close it. And Le Marchand figured out a way to do it with perpetual light, whatever, but he couldn't figure out how to do it. He gets killed, but his wife escapes, or girlfriend, whatever, escapes, and she's pregnant with the next bloodline. Of course, his bloodline gets cursed. The next one is John Merchant, who is a wow. He's an architect, and Angelique can smell him essentially, and then she goes after him, tries to seduce him. Puzzle box gets open because it's found by Angelique in like one of the pillars at the base of the building. She punches it open. Here you go. And then she gives the merchant. He opens it. Cenobites show up. Wackiness ensues. Pinhead's there in all his glory. You got Pinhead, a Chatterer dog, which is awesome. And he starts creating Cenobites. And creates this one out of two twins, where they basically get their heads pulled together, which is a really cool effect. And he's got another one. I can't remember who else is there. I know it's more than just him. The twin guy. Well, actually, no, in the middle one, I'm sorry. I know it's Pinhead, the Chatterer Beast, and there's something else. I can't remember who else was there. Cenobite-wise, but wackiness ensues. And then the third one is the ending with him in space. And I believe, I actually know in the middle somewhere, I do know that he turns Angelique into a Cenobite. Because she tries to betray Pinhead. She gets caught. She gets Cenobiteized. And the third one, okay, they're in space. Pinhead and the Cenobites take out the rest of the Marines, blah, blah, blah. And then they trap Pinhead into the perpetual light thing. He dies. Wackiness. I'm sorry, anyone says, hey, is this a spoiler? Shut up. This movie's 40 years old. Or close to it, anyway. So shut up. It's at least 30 years old. So I always say, why are you watching this channel? At least this episode, if you don't know the story of Hellraiser Bloodline. So there it was. Like, that's the basis of it. And I know there are a lot of production issues. Kevin Yeager apparently didn't get any as the director, who, by the way, Kevin Yeager did the makeups for Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and 3. And part of 4, he created the doll for Chucky and Child's Play 1. He did a lot of stuff, and they had him as director. Apparently, he really didn't get any studio support. The Weinsteins came in and started wanting more stuff, which, by the way, that'll be a recurring theme when I start doing these things, because the Weinsteins come in and just jack stuff up a lot. Other than the obvious ones with Harvey, I know, but I was just talking about just as producers, not as pieces of shit. But so all that aside, like, I really, when I watch it now, I really like the first one. I really like the bit in 18th century, because I was always asking, like, me and my friend Matt, and he's my best friend at the time, but I would always ask him. We would talk about how the hell did a puzzle box become the gateway to hell? That's one of the things we were always wondering. Now, granted, did I really want it answered? Yes and no. I mean, yes, because I would have had something, but no, because whatever they put on the screen wouldn't match what was in my head. But I liked what they did. Like, I liked everything about it. I do wish, however, that they, did more with it here and there. But I did enjoy it. The middle bit, Like there's parts I like. For me, it goes a little long. Kim Myers from Nightmare 2, she plays Merchant's wife. And they give her nothing to do really. And their son is played by the kid who played Daniel in the TV version of The Shining, which to me is the superior version. Yeah, come at me. I said it. And he's all right, but again, it's just I don't know. They turn Pinhead kind of into Freddy, minus the wisecracks. But it's still in that one he's kind of a slasher villain more than the basically the enforcer of Leviathan's will, so to speak. So I really like. There's bits I like. There's bits I'm like, you know, and the bit in space I like more now than I did. I'm not a giant fan of it, but I like it more now. Like there's bits about it I do enjoy. Like there's bits about it I don't like the whole opening the box with the robot. And I'm like, no, because in part 2, when Tiffany opens the box and the Cenobites come out, and he's like, no, and Pinhead's like, no, it's not the box. It's not opening the box that summons us. It's the intent. So I don't know, man. My way using the robot doesn't make sense to me. To me, it kind of goes against it. And there's other things here and there that doesn't work. Like the movie's not complete. Like it has tons of stuff in there that doesn't work. Like I have the director's cut, at least the production cut anyway. I have that. And well, it's hard to follow because it's all scratchy and stuff. And they kept saying effect shot here, so you're kind of like, what the hell's going on? But I will say though, if you want a more complete version, the screenplay of Hellraiser Bloodline, written by Tom Atkins, or Peter Atkins, I'm sorry. It's on Amazon, and you can buy it. It's actually if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free. You can pick it up for free, and it's really cool. Like it's so much you see so much what they left out, which would have been really cool if they put it back in. So to me, I enjoy Bloodline. Matter of fact, it's the last Hellraiser movie I enjoyed a lot until the last one, Judgment, which I did enjoy way more than I thought I would. But yeah, that's me. I say if you haven't watched it in a while, give it a shot. If you've never seen it, don't listen to anybody's opinion. Give it a shot. Walk into it, and then form your own opinion. That's what I say. But until next time, good citizens, I am done. I will catch you on the flip side, and good journey.